Hello, first graders. You've been having a lot of fun with me drawing different kinds of lines. And you've also been training yourself on how to draw different kinds of objects. We've practiced these three kinds of objects. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a giant picture using all these different types of lines and just one of these objects. I'm going to put a special paper on here. Remember, press the pause button at any time you need to stop me so you can do what you need to do. I'm going to put a big piece of paper on here. This piece of paper is going to tell you some things. It's going to get you ready to make a big, big picture. I'll show you part of it in a moment. It says, pick one object, draw it big 3 times. That means you're going to get a large paper from me and you get to draw an object 3 times. You can pick the star, you can pick the truck, or car, excuse me, and you can pick the rocket. You may pick one of those 3. You're going to pick one and draw it big 3 times. Pick the one you like. This is the size of the paper you're getting. It is so large, it is taking up all of my camera. I'm even going to cover it. It is that big. It just keeps going. Now, pause the video, pick your item, your object, and draw it 3 times. Pick one of these, please. When you have drawn your item 3 times, I want you to understand I said big. This is an example of 3 times. One item 3 times. And if you notice, each one looks a little bit different. And how big is big? Oh, it is so big, it is about as big as your hand, if not larger. Did you have to make a rocket? No. A star this big, a car this big, or a rocket this big. 3 times. Now, on the underside of it, the bottom part of your big paper, you're going to draw 5 different types of lines and change their size. That sounds confusing. I will show you an example. Here is an example of 5 different lines. These are just 5 different. I know we made more, but here's 5 different lines in different sizes from big to small. Big to small. You can start and go small to big, or big to small. I made a thick straight line and I made it thin, which is small. Make 5 and put it on the bottom of the big paper. When you have your 5 different lines on the big paper and your one object drawn 3 times, very, very large, show Mr. Brennan the big picture that you've drawn and pause this so you will know what to do. Don't keep going. Pause and show Mr. Brennan your big paper with what he said. Remember, pause the video now to show Mr. Brennan, there's the pause symbol, your picture practice on the big paper. Now that you've shown me and I agreed, you are ready to draw on the other side. Here's an example of my big paper and my rocket. I am drawing a rocket. I have many lines from big to small. Look at all these I picked from. I made 5 and they went small to big. Now what I'm going to show you is what you do on the other side. The other side you did not draw on. First, you are going to pick a corner. Either this corner or this corner of your big paper. Remember, this is going to look like a door. And you are going to draw the item pointing at the corner. The car pointing, the rocket pointing, and the star. One of those 3 you already picked. Do not draw a new one. Then this time, instead of using all the lines you practice, you can choose. you're going to put 3 lines behind the object. And just like the object, it is diagonal. This is up and down. This is laying down. This is diagonal. The lines are going to go diagonally from the back of the object to the opposite side. And it's going to end near the bottom. It's going to end over here on the corner. And it's going to take up space on this side and this side. It is so big. This is the example. Those lines are going from small at the item to big away. They can go all the way to the edge of the paper. It is not a race. Take your time. Draw your one item pointing at the corner. Draw 3 cool lines that you want. Make them small and grow them bigger as they go away from the object.